Alright, I'm all good.
Uploading media failed. Cannot read property code of undefined.
Rip.
Well, I'll just re-upload that GIF then. Alright, there. Good job, Twitter. Uploading media failed. Please try again. Nani the heck? So here's what we do. We refresh Twitter. And then we try uploading it again. Okay, good. This GIF of Sonic is not cursed. All right. Want to talk more about dietary shifts?
Yeah, why not?
Because I went to the grocery store today, and instead of just getting a bunch of pizza flatbreads, I actually picked up some chicken parmy. So I'm gonna try that out as per Gavin's request. I couldn't find any chicken nuggies, unfortunately, so I just went with the parmies and the Salisbury's, which isn't chicken. That's Salisbury steak, because I'm like, well, I had to fill out like at least 4 of these things. So we'll see how that goes, you know? Diversifying the portfolio, as it were.
You should, it's good for you. The chicken is packed with protein, it'll get you big and muscly.
Still getting the lunch meats. On one of the chicken parm things, it was like 12 grams of protein, and I'm like, whoa!
Entire baker's dozen of protein.
Actually, it's called Baker's Dozen.
That's what I said.
I said Bakery's Dozen.
No, I said baker's dozen, you're just fucking deaf.
Wow, okay. Speaking of deaf, I have to pet sit a deaf dog. Damn it.
Well, you can call it everything you want, it won't hear.
This weekend. Apparently I have to like stomp the floor to let it know you're there.
It has to feel the vibrations.
Yeah. Oh, this is not good. Run while you can, Gavin Coon. No!
The god of dodges. Oh, no.
Why would you move me over here? Alright, you got 3 eggs right over here. 6 eggs right over here.
Working on it.
Damn it. Also, my mom was like cutting and wrapping up vegan cake while I was while I was putting the groceries away. So I asked if I could try it, and well, she asked if I wanted to try it, and I'm like, yeah, why not? And it actually kind of tasted pretty good. So I don't know if vegan cake is actually like healthy. Oh, I forgot this.
I mean,
this cursed.
You know, generally vegan food isn't completely healthy, no.
Okay, it's probably just a it's you know a treat that isn't completely poison then, I guess.
Yeah, the main problem with like vegan food is that you're missing so many fucking things by not eating like animal products.
Well, it's okay.
So many.
It's okay because I'm eating chicken parmy. You know, it's like a mix, as it were.
It's just I keep seeing people going like, actually, veganism are completely 100% healthy. It's like, no, it isn't, like at all.
It beats eating Oreos, probably.
Pretty sure Oreos are vegan, aren't they?
What the fuck?
I remember something like that. There's some biscuit thing like that that's apparently vegan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'd hope vegan cake is healthier than Oreos, because at least it kind of feels it. Maybe that's just because it doesn't taste as good, but it didn't really taste bad, you know what I mean?
This is not the greatest metric to judge by.
Well, that's how healthy food always is. We've talked about this ad nauseum.
Chicken is like some of the tastiest
No, you
shit
fucking
ever.
idiot. Chicken is great. I'm talking about vegetables. I'm talking about some fruits. I didn't even know that plums were fruits. Actually, I did, but like I never really thought about it.
You just didn't think about it, yeah. So it's one you just go like, well, fruits are like apples, bananas, oranges, and like that's it.
And like Northern Lion talked about how he was reading this like fruit ranking list on the internet, and how like melons were like near the bottom, like all of them,
Yeah.
and how plums was number one, and I'm like, what the fuck?
That's bizarre to me.
I feel like
I don't know anyone who eats plum.
objectively apples are like the number one fruit, right?
I would have said bananas.
Maybe bananas too.
It's like, like they're generally the most common one, I think.
I feel like apples are like more common, but then bananas are like second most common.
I feel like apples are like generally used as like when you think the word fruit, like that's what's used to depict them.
Yeah.
But I feel like in terms of like what people actually eat, I think bananas edge them out.
Well, you know the song, I like to eat apples and bananas.
I don't know the song.
You don't?
So.
Man, you didn't have a childhood. If you didn't sing that nursery rhyme.
That's a nursery?
Yeah, it's about the vowels, so then you go, I like to eat like opals and bononos, because you replace all the vowels with O instead of A, because
Very, very dumb.
Shut the fuck up. Asshole. These foul kids and their nursery rhymes. Oh, yeah, speaking of that, apparently that was a joke, but I mean,
No, it wasn't a joke.
I'm like, this kind of reeks of backpedaling.
It's a joke. It is. Like, every time someone like, does that, and then just keeps getting owned, it's never a joke. Like, it's never a joke. They were complete and honest opinion. They just got slapped for it and made fun of because they're fucking stupid, and now they're trying to say, well, actually, it was a joke all along.
Even then, it was.
We had a name for that before the word became offensive.
And then, the replies are just, yeah, people just can't take jokes anymore in 2018. Everyone has to be offended by everything.
It wasn't that. It was, I'm a fucking idiot and this is my cop-out.
And it's the classic, well, do all jokes have to, like, be offensive in 2018? What about that?
That's not even it. It's like anyone who said, oh, it's just jokes. Like, it's not. It's not jokes. It's the fucking idiot who is a fucking idiot was proven to be a fucking idiot just trying to see a face.
Like, what about that joke where there's like the Irish person, like, you see, no, it's an Irish joke, but I guess they're Irish people, and it's like, well, what's another Irish name besides Paddy? There's like.
Pick a name.
I don't know. It's just like they're always like
they speak English. Pick a name.
No, I know. But I'm just saying, like in these Irish jokes, there are always like 3 main names.
No, I can tell you they're not. You're just being weird.
No, it's a thing.
No, it's
not.
Like
It's like these
not
racist, I guess, but just like
no, it's kind of racist.
Yeah, probably.
Just pick a name.
I'm not picking a name, but it's just like. These dudes, like, they're digging a hole, and then another guy's coming around and filling the holes in. And I'm like, hey, what are those guys doing? It's like, oh, the tree planter didn't come in today. Whatever happened to those wholesome jokes, Gavin's Irish, so he must be filled with a bunch of wholesome jokes.
There's nothing wholesome about it.
That's like the Irish moniker.
There's nothing wholesome about Irish jokes. You want jokes about the Troubles? Hey, let's talk about how like the fucking secret police will abduct you if you pronounce the letter H wrong.
Like you just did?
Yeah. Welcome to the joke.
Yeah, these are jokes I can get behind. Okay, that mouse is going for me. Unless it's not. Yep, classic. That's like probably my favorite thing about people over there. They pronounce H like H. That's my favorite. Oh.
I mean, it's the dialect,
like
but also like the thing is that genuinely was a way to use to distinguish between people from English backgrounds and people from Irish backgrounds during the Troubles. So if you pronounce it a certain way, someone would go like, "That's one of them filthy underclass Catholics." Not even kidding.
Hey, Biggs.
When I was a kid, I was genuinely told by my mom, you like be careful how you pronounce that around that area. And it's kind of like I never understood. And like, nah, it's just kind of like Christ.
Yep, stupid people exist.
I mean, she lived through that shit. I don't entirely blame her for being paranoid, so...
Well, I guess I can't play Fortune Street at your house, then. Because I call the 7 and 8 a H. Very specifically.
No, like, H is, like, the Catholic way. H is the English way.
Yeah, I know.
My family is Roman Catholic.
Are you Catholic?
No.
Wow. Well, you still say H, so you know what? I think you...
Well, that's my background. Welcome to Irish, like, Northern Irish culture.
I think you believe in God, Gavin. Because you say
No.
H.
I prefer not to be part of, like, the world's biggest criminal organization.
No, I think that's the United States.
I mean, touche.
I'll take the United States for 200. But yeah, speaking, going back to fruit, because I didn't touch on this, but
yep.
Do they really have to put like the stickers on the apples? Is that really necessary? That pisses me off so much.
It is irritating, but I think it is necessary because you can't package it. You know, like,
you can't. You just.
No, like the point is, like, packaged stuff is in some way processed or touches like a process that packages it. Whereas when they're not like that, they're just completely pure drug from like the fucking tree.
No. But I mean, like, you know, you put it in the bag and they print out a sticker based on the weight, and then that has the price on it.
So it's on the bag, not on the apples.
Yeah. So why put it on the apples when it's on the bag? I hate it because they never come off. The people who put the stickers on these never actually, like, have a loose part of it or anything.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? It's not people doing it.
Oh god, the machines! The machines, they never do it properly. This is why we need people. But yeah, like, half the time, well, you know, all the time I spend 5 minutes trying to get the sticker off. So, you know, so much for a time-saving treat. But also, like, half the time I end up peeling a part of the apple skin off with the sticker. I'm just like, why does this exist?
Christ, why are they like that?
I'm like, they say that these stickers are edible, right? Should I just, like, eat the sticker?
I would rather not eat the sticker. I've never heard of them being edible.
I feel like they kind of have to be edible because there are probably people who, like...
I feel like you probably should. They're probably non-toxic. That doesn't mean edible.
Like, don't they make, like, edible bubble? Like, edible bubbles? Just make edible stickers. Hello? Edible paint?
The bubbles that you just, like... They don't make edible paint.
I think they do.
No, they don't.
You know, like, not the wall paint, but, like, the kids' finger paint. I think
that's just a dye.
I think that's a thing.
That's just a dye.
Well, they call it paint, so... I think I'm gonna trust them.
Who's them?
The people who call it paint.
I'm so glad this brush asshole just keeps dancing directly in front of my face when I'm trying to scope and shoot shit.
Oh, should I do that?
No.
Yeah, can you believe it, Gavin? I you know, maybe one day I'll become vegan. Oh!
You really shouldn't.
Like, it's eventually gonna come to me being the healthiest person alive, I think.
In that case, you should just start eating chicken and rice right now.
I'm not eating rice.
Well, then you will
what
be
am I,
the
an
healthiest
idiot?
person alive.
I should probably try rice again.
You should try rice. It's good shit.
I just don't know where to get it in the food store, and I don't want to look around.
Just get, like, you know, like, either a sauce or a curry on that shit, and off you go.
I don't like curry. It looks like diarrhea and vomit combined.
Well, it's not either of those things. It's fucking damn tasty.
It's brown and it has the chunks in it, you know? I ain't about...
They can be, like, any color, really.
I ain't about that life. Oh, God, imagine if it was green. Oh!
There are green ones.
Ugh! Does that have vegetables in it?
I mean, rice?
Oh, yeah, right. Rice is... Right? Does that count?
Yes.
It's kind of like those cereals a vegetable because it comes from wheat, and wheat is a plant.
No, cereal isn't a vegetable at all.
I feel like that's a technicality.
Because, like, wheat's not the only thing in there, and also they're often not even made of wheat. Cornflakes are made of corn.
Well, I guess it would make Are they? I always thought that was just...
Well, corn and then, like, tons of other shit.
Are Apple Jacks made of apples now?
I don't know what an Applejack is.
There's the angry apple, and then there's the racist cinnamon character, and he goes, "Here I come, I am cinnamon," and
No, I don't know any of this. This is weird.
it's the like the red and green O's. No.
No.
Wow. I mean, Apple Jacks are great. They're like top tier cereal, I think. So I think you should go to the store and see if they have Apple Jacks, if it's not an American thing.
They don't, because I've never heard of these things in my life.
Well, I mean, how often do you...
Quite a bit. I do. I eat cereal, like, every day, so...
How often do you browse the entire cereal section?
I mean, it depends on how hard the Kellogg's is to find.
Do you know how many, like, cereals there are? It's fucking insane. And then they're like, hey, let's make a fucking Super Mario one. No.
Yeah, the thing is, like, over here it doesn't have, like, the same sheer amount of cereals America seems to have.
I guess not, because when you're, like, 5, I'm like, dude, they're, like, they're, like, double variations of, like, Fruity Pebbles.
I mean, when I was, like, 5, it was like, well, you got Kellogg's Cornflakes, you got some shit made out of chocolate, you got Rice Krispies, which tastes weird and
I like Rice Krispies.
kind of unpleasant. And then you have just like varieties of granola, which I didn't eat as a child because like that looks weird. And I don't want to eat it.
Well, maybe we just have a dearth of cereal because, yeah, it's insane how many just flavors of Fruity Pebbles there are, and that's like that's Fruity Pebbles. And then, you know, multiply that by, like, every other brand of cereal. Oh, this isn't good.
Literally can't even
move.
I
got body.
Instantly.
I don't eat cereal because it seems kind of like a waste, you know? It's too much, and you can't eat it upstairs. That's the biggest flaw. I'm not bringing a bowl of milk and soggy cereal up to my room to eat in front of my computer.
What's the difference between that and just bringing any food and also a glass of milk?
No, I only drink water from my water bottle.
You're strange and weird.
I think I'm healthy.
You are probably calcium deficient.
Calcium. Gavin, I don't even like the taste of milk.
Doesn't matter. You need some of that shit in you.
So you're saying I should buy cereal now?
I mean, you can't assure that.
I already...
It's full of energy and shit, and it's actually generally recommended as a breakfast item because it's just good for you.
I already spent like $25 more than I usually do today.
Welcome to the world of eating like an adult.
Or I could just eat Pop-Tarts. Besides, the only time I'm ever gonna eat cereal is at midnight or 2 in the morning.
So it's like fruit and shit like genuinely more expensive than regular other food over there?
Probably. How much is an apple? I think. How much is one apple? I don't know.
I mean, over here, like one apple is like, depending on what you get, you can just get one for like 20p. It's like fucking nothing.
I think the apple was pretty cheap. I remember being kind of surprised by that.
It's like a third of like a fucking candy bar for instance.
I bought the pre-sliced cantaloupe again because I didn't actually ask my mom if she wanted to cut them. So. But it's great because the large containers of the pre-cut cantaloupe are like perfect. That's like gives me my fill. And you just bring a fork upstairs, and you don't even have to touch it. It's great. I love it. With the apple, you have to touch it. Yeah, you know.
Cut it yourself.
I don't want to cut it myself. I don't trust myself like that.
I mean, I can't properly cut a chicken, but I'll still eat that fucker.
Can't properly cut anything. I ever tell you about how I'm right-handed, but I cut with my left hand?
That's weird.
And now that's apparently weird, even though I thought that was normal. Wait, we definitely talked about this.
It sounds inherently weird. We haven't, because I don't remember it.
No, because speaking of fork precision, I was like, well, your left hand isn't, precise, so you just sawing into food is, pretty back and forth, and then you use the right hand to precisionally grab the food. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I mean, here's the thing, right? I just don't use a knife.
How do you cut the chicken, then?
My teeth?
You just bite into
No,
the chicken?
when I said cut a chicken, like that's when I'm preparing the food, and I will cut the chicken into slices then with like a proper kitchen knife.
Okay, I see.
When I'm actually eating it, I don't have a knife on me.
Okay,
I
that's...
just eat it with a fork.
So you just don't eat anything with the knife?
Nope.
Like if you're eating steak,
I just tear that fucker apart with my teeth.
you pick it up with a fork and you bite into it?
Yeah.
He's a barbarian.
Fucking bite right into that fucker and tear it apart.
There's actually not like anything really bad with that, honestly, but
there isn't really. Some people keep going like, well, my mom keeps going like, you don't have any manners.
yeah. I mean, to be fair,
it's like,
would you do that at like a job interview or something?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's like, here's me eating my food. You're going to judge me for not using a knife or eating whatever piece of food you put in front of me. You're a weird snobby. I don't want to work here.
Oh my goodness. It's just like the reason I don't do it is because I feel like I'm gonna bite into it and then like it's just gonna fall off of the fork, or I'm gonna end up, you know how like you bite a pizza and then like it brings the entire pizza with you.
Sure.
Yeah, right, because he doesn't eat pizza. It's always so you know, I mean, pizza's just so universal. I keep forgetting, but. Like, are you at least familiar with the idea where you like bite into a pizza and then it like it all comes off with your mouth and then it burns your chin?
I don't. I think I've. Not,
That's what I feel.
I haven't exactly observed my friends eating their pizza, you know?
Especially with steak. I feel like with steak, you bite into it and then it you know, what's the word? I keep wanting to say like retreats. It like. Yeah, I'm a dumbass, but like...
Yeah, but I don't know what you're trying to get
at. It resists, that's the word. It resists. Because it's like so thick. So, you know, it ends up that the fork is weaker than your mouth, and then you just kind of pull it off of the fork. That's what I'm always afraid of.
I don't know what pansy-ass forks you're using.
I'm not a crocodile, you know? I can't chomp onto it and then slice it with knife-like teeth.
I just bite into it, I put my head back and just tear it off.
Okay, that you know, the way you described it like that actually sounds pretty barbaric. You know? Because that is exactly how they do it in like the cartoons.
Just fucking bite into that
the cartoon
shit.
Meat and then it like stretches, you know what I'm talking about?
It is kind of like that. You stretch, you just pull until it tears off, and usually doesn't take that much if you've cooked it right.
Yeah, we learn a lot about Gavin every day. Like how he eats bugs and
I wish I could eat bugs.
So Gavin may not be up.
I'm not even kidding. I would genuinely try to live this.
Gavin may not be of our time, you know, I'm starting to think. Maybe he's a caveman and he found a time machine.
No, I'm just Irish.
Maybe Ireland just appeared.
Like, man, like when you live in a tribal society, you have like there's some ways you have to do things.
How many berries do you eat again?
None.
Oh, okay, hold on. Well, okay, well actually hunting and gathering was after the caveman time, so I think it still works out.
No, it wasn't. Like, they were hunter-gatherers.
No, cavemen were stupid.
How do you think they ate?
They killed a dinosaur, and then
Yeah.
they ate it. The cartoon meat way, because they didn't have forks. They ate it off of the bone, which is, like, stupid. Chicken legs.
There's a place in Japan that does, like, the cartoon meat where it's just, like, two ends of a bone out the side you can just hold on to and eat. I genuinely want to eat one of those.
I know you do, Gavin.
I just want to eat.
That weirds me out. Now I'm trying to divine. You know, I'm not really actually eating healthy and shit. I'm just obviously talking about food to try to get a feel for which side, fork or knife, you would be on. You know, you're like kind of unconsciously answering every time we talk about this. This food stuff. No.
Which is weird because you mostly ask me about food you eat with your hands.
I know. that's the beginning, so that you don't suspect anything. Because I feel like if I use the word fork or spoon, that's a buzzword. You know? Because you hear me say those words, and you know you've now been tailored to groan whenever you hear my voice say fork or spoon. I think.
You could have just stopped it whenever I hear
Okay.
your voice.
Okay. So we're playing like that, huh?
I kid.
No, you don't, bitch. Oh my god, this is a lot of shit. I hate this fucking map.
I hate this fucking web.
What, the brush?
And the mini splat line. Goddamn useless piece of shit of a
Oh,
web.
speaking of advancing in life, you made a tweet about how you're excited to get a car, and I didn't even know that was on the table at all.
I mean, it has always been on the table. It's like literally, I just need the money to do it.
I thought you were like, man, public transportation is so great. What a great aspect of modern society.
You have literally somehow missed the tens of millions of times I bitch about.
Well, that's kind of
public
like
transport.
David, honestly. You know.
I mean, me and him share this universal experience of having to deal with trans. Like, I've bitched about them on this show before.
Show.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I've bitched about them on here before at length at times. Like, they're just, like, they are fucking terrible.
Well, really.
Generally, public transport should be nice and efficient, and it just fucking isn't because trans think are a trash fire.
The funny thing is, I hate driving a lot, but I get really excited when people say that they're gonna learn to drive and shit.
Also, like, I mean, it would make things more convenient. I could just very easily just get to Davis on weekends and get back. So that means we could just hang out more and do stupid shit more. I could get, hell, that basically applies to any of my friends. I could just get to them more easily, because otherwise it's like,
not
well,
any
I
of
gotta go
them.
like a half. Okay, most of them. The local friends.
I don't know, your computer's pretty local, if you ask me. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, you know, you're a grown adult. Driving is fucking easy. There's really nothing to worry about except for the parallel park part of the test, which Northern Ireland might not even have, but it probably should. At least your area, probably.
I have no idea if it does or not, because I still don't know what that is. But
Parallel parking?
yeah.
Really? Okay, so you know when, like, you want to...
See, really, like, I kind of should know, even though I don't drive a car and never...
you know, it's just... You know when there are like two cars, like, and you want to park in between them sideways,
Okay.
like on a sidewalk. That's parallel parking. And it's harder than you think. You don't really just back into it because the car is stupid.
I assume because you might destroy the other car.
Well, no, it's like because when you turn to back into it and then you turn to straighten out the car, but it straightens out the car in a stupid way because cars are stupid. So you have to do it the specific way. And I don't even remember.
One of you needs to get naked.
I don't remember how to do it at all. So, when I was in, Philadelphia, where you need to parallel park, I was very anxious about that. The one thing I hate is, like, parking and pulling out, and then, like, you park wrong, so then you have to kind of pull out again, and then it's just, like, you look like an idiot if anyone's watching. That's, like, my greatest fear.
To be honest, it's probably a bit of a universal experience.
Yeah, other than parking, really, driving is like the easiest fucking thing. You don't even have to look at the speedometer, honestly. I probably shouldn't say that,
like,
but like...
Also, like, my mom keeps going, like, you need to take driving lessons soon, and it's kind of like, yes, I know. But I have, like, 10 million other things on my plate, so fuck off.
I mean, you might as well do it now, you know?
I mean... I'm going to. It's just
like right now.
I need the time to do it.
Yeah, it's like really not hard at all, and because you're an adult, you really don't even have to do that bullshit where it's like, oh, you have to drive for 50 hours before you can even take your test. You know, you could probably just take the test right now if you want.
To be honest, like, the biggest issue is, one, I couldn't because I would need various paperwork applications, and also I think there's still like a minimum number of lessons needed to be officially taken before you're allowed to take the test.
Yeah, that might be true here too. I know I took some lessons, but Honestly, they were
But
like kind of. Eh.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, because they were kind of dumb. It seemed like.
I mean, like when you consider like some of the areas you can get cars, it's probably not that hard.
You know, driving is easy. So yeah, I say do it because it opens up
I'm
so
going to do
many
this
possibilities.
again. Like the main thing stopping me is that in the part of
No!
getting a car requires insurance, and insurance for my
Right.
demographic in my area is
Expensive.
genuinely $3,000 minimum.
Yeah.
Like the actual car, I could get for 500. I could buy that. You know, I could buy some like someone's like pre-owned car, fucking dirt cheap, and just like live it out. The insurance part is the thing that kills it. So I need to like wait, gather my resources, and then go for it.
Also inspections and shit.
Yeah, MOTs and shit are also pricey.
It's like how you can't just like in Detroit, they're selling buildings for like $1, but you can't actually like have the building for $1 because you have to get inspections and shit.
There's fees and yeah, shit like that.
I was gonna ask what car you wanted. Like,
That's like one that's like a decent size, like at least has 4 doors.
yeah,
Some of my friends have had 2
yeah,
doors.
terrible.
And let me tell
They're
you,
terrible.
That shit is a tragedy.
My friend's mom had them. I hate that shit. Oh my god, terrible.
They're like one of my friends had a small 2-door car and it was fucking tiny. Like when I was sitting in like the front passenger seat, like my knees were against the fucking dashboard. It was just goddamn tiny. I'm like, how do you fit in this? And he's just like, the driver's seat has more room. And I'm like, you fucking lunatic.
Oh, you know what? I think Luke has a car that doesn't have back doors. I just never had to experience it because I always.
There's only 2 of you.
Yeah, exactly. They're
Sometimes
terrible.
they would give us lists and shit, and there'd be like at least 3 of us, sometimes 4, and they'd just be like, well, time for this fresh agony. Like, thank you for your kindness, but man, he has one that has 4 doors, and that's like nice.
Yeah, at first I was like, I don't really care what car I have as long as it has like Bluetooth. You should get Bluetooth for sure, by the way, if possible.
I wouldn't use my phone at all in the car, so
You what?
I wouldn't use my phone in the car.
You want to listen to music?
I don't have any music on my phone besides Gallo singing.
Can you fix that?
I mean, in theory, yes, but would I?
Driving is so fucking boring.
Yeah, but I'm really good at entertaining myself with my own thoughts, so...
Yeah, so am I, but driving is like really boring. But like you have to pay attention to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. That's the other thing.
Like I never answer the for phone calls during that because driving's easy. But if I'm not paying attention, like the last phone call I ever had in the car, or at least real phone call, I went over a kind of ramp and I actually got air because I wasn't paying attention to my speed in the ramp ahead. So I'm like, yep, okay, no more phone calls in the car, ever. So like, you're getting too deep in thought might be dangerous. Like music is kind of like a happy medium where you don't have to really pay attention to it, but like you can. Like I love whistling the music in the car, and it's like you're still looking at the road. It's just after a point, it's just kind of mindless because you know all the songs, all 12.2 days of the songs. Yeah, I would recommend that, and I mean honestly, I would kind of want a convertible right now. I'm being real.
What's a convertible?
The roof comes down.
Oh, okay.
Not to be like that cool dude, but just because I hate turning on the air conditioning because it's so expensive.
Yeah, I was gonna say I imagine it's probably good for maintaining, like managing heat.
Yeah, so I always have the windows down anyway. But the thing about that is like only pickup trucks have windows in the back that you can open to let the air out. So your car basically becomes a parachute. In a way, like how you put the parachute on the runner and then the wind slows them down.
Yeah.
And I hate that idea. So a convertible would just kind of not have that at all because it has no back. That's really why I want it. And I don't really care about the cold anyway, so.
Imagine if you lived here, you'd give a shit about your coat. You wouldn't want to drive with the roof down.
Well, okay, I wouldn't drive with the roof down.
-3 degree day.
I wouldn't drive with the roof down in the winter, but like I don't even know what convertible roofs are made of, but they're not, you know, they're not metal and insulation and stuff, you know. I think.
Imagine it's just thinner metal.
I don't think it's metal. I think it's like flexible, you know.
Metal can be quite flexible.
No, but like tent-like flexible, I think. From what I've seen, at least.
You would be surprised by what some metals are like.
I don't think it's like a bunch of metal sheets. That would be cool as shit, though. I was like that. Yeah, what you know, what kind of car you want is important.
It's basically just one that has room and 4 doors, and that's me done.
I think you should also look into like fuel efficiency and how much gas it can hold inside of it.
My thing is, like, when I get my first car, that will be a thing where, like, as long as it hits a certain level of acceptability, fine, and, like, particularly stressing about that can come afterward when I can afford a better car.
I mean, you know, it's just worth not ignoring, I think, because I like.
I mean, I'm not gonna ignore it. It's just.
What was it for the first years I've had my car? It like only had 225 miles of gas in it, and then for some reason I took it to an inspection, and then that went up to like 315. So it's a lot better, but like even that's kind of not a whole lot. So you end up going to the gas station a whole lot.
It depends on where you're driving to. It's like, for instance, my work is only like 2 miles from my house.
You could walk that.
I mean, I could walk that, but it should take ages.
What it?
I mean, considering the amount of like roads and traffic crossings that I pass, like getting from city center to my job, which is like, like 7-minute walk with no interruptions, can get extended to like fucking 16 minutes, just depending on how traffic is, and that's when I'm on foot.
You know what? When I think about it, like the 10-mile run in gym. Or sorry, the 1 mile. Wow, 10 mile. The 1 mile run in gym took me 10 minutes, and that's running.
Yeah, like a mile is bigger than you think when you're like on foot, and you're not like running it or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're just walking it, and you know need to account for things like the way streets go, like traffic lights, crossings, all that shit. Like sometimes the crossing right before like the street that leads up to my work can sometimes just sit there for genuinely 5 fucking minutes before it will let me cross.
Well, that's why you jaywalk.
I mean, the problem is there's always cars. Like, this isn't a road that is ever dead, because like the university is nearby, all the university shit is nearby, like the hospital is nearby, so there's just constantly like one of the roads going in is like a big major connecting road from like the north end of the city, shit like that. Like, there's just so much traffic there all the time.
That's why you jaywalk better. Oof.
I have one more second.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. We can exchange driving stories and how much we hate driving. Or you know what? Knowing you'll love driving. You'll be the piece of fucking shit that takes Sunday drives.
Nah, because that would require me to spend my weekend time on something that isn't doing shit in my
also paying for gas. Do you have the thing?
I have a sniper rifle.
No, you dumbass.
I know, I don't have the thing. I have bombers. Like, half the time you ask me this question, either I have the thing or I have bombers.
Yeah, that's none of the other ones. There are definitely aspects of the car you should look into to make sure you don't get a piece of shit. Because some little things about a car can completely ruin it. Because even though I love, you know, I don't know about love, but I prefer opening the windows. Sometimes I like have to use AC because it's either just so hot or like, you know, traffic won't move and that's what cools you off. Or like, you know, speaking of the parachute thing, like I'm driving 60 on a highway, which is too much drag to leave the windows open. So you have to use the air conditioning. So if you have an air conditioner that doesn't work or smells like shit or has mold in it, you know.
Yeah, I can imagine that would be quite terrible.
Oh, was that Gavin not going for an egg right next to him? I don't believe it.
So I have the sniper rifle, so my first thing was like, well, I better get back and shoot.
In the last 5 seconds?
Wasn't paying attention to the time.
Unbelievable. So I know I'm gonna regret this, but did you watch the Dragalia Lost trailer?
No.
Why?
I was in work all day. We started this literally 1 hour after I got home, and I spent most of that feeding the cat, playing with the cat.
No, I mean
lying down and catching up on news and tweets.
Yesterday.
Because it went out of my head again, I forgot. It's not something on my own priority list, so I forget.
Okay, maybe next time, guys. Maybe next time.
I mean, like, the easiest way to get me to watch it is Nintendo announcing when Europe will be allowed to play it.
No, see, I feel like that's your real reason. You just don't want to admit it.
What?
That's your real reason for not watching it. You just don't want to admit it.
I mean, I've admitted this before openly, like, several times.
No, but you know. Now it just kind of seems stupid.
I mean, like, both it's I genuinely forget because my mind immediately goes like, well, I got other shit to do. I got stuff to write. I've got things I want to do. Things I want to look up. I got shit I want to watch.
I hate this weapon.
Like, after this, I got like Fire Emblem Heroes videos to edit.
Oh, that sucks.
There's a problem. There's 3 taxis down there.
You know what? I'm gonna booyah that. Fuck it. That's right, Chris booyah for once. I got to get over there.
I killed all 3 of the taxis, but we're out of time.
Fuck! You were one away, then I was like so close.
This is a professional wave. It's murder.
Oh, okay. I was.
Someone might check.
Yeah, I was gonna say because like, I'm like Gavin, that's meaningless. It's been a professional wave for over a year now. We had to get back up to 400 before we stop.
We don't.
We do. And we will. You're trapped in here. There's like something else to talk about, but I don't think you give a shit.
I mean, that never stops me from talking whenever you don't give a shit about things.
I don't really know what that means, but alright. So you know the Pokeball Switch controller? The Pokeball Joy-Con?
Yeah.
It turns out that it can only be used for Pokemon, for now at least. So, people aren't...
I don't think there's a for now, or at least...
Yeah. Well, I think they said for now or something, but, yeah.
See, they said that about things before, and then just never followed up, so we can just leave it at it can only be used in Pokemon.
Yeah, so people aren't too happy because they were kind of looking forward to playing games with such an unconventional controller.
People are fucking
just
weird.
As like a, you know, challenge kind of thing, you know? I could see it. It could be funny. So now that that's nothing, like, is it not just a Joy-Con? Like, why is it only
I would imagine
Pokemon?
not, because it only has like speakers and shit inside it. It basically only has like 1 button, right?
I mean, I'm just saying, like
I imagine it's not actually like a Joy-Con. No, it's just like a wireless controller with 1 button.
Like it acts like a Joy-Con. It's a controller that can connect to the Switch.
I mean, here's the thing. So can the Pro controller. That's not a Joy-Con.
No, that's not my point. My point is that, you know, games can use the Pro controller.
And some of them just don't.
Well, that's Super Mario Party, but like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of these games could use the Pokemon one.
I feel like they couldn't, because you would need more than one button. Like, what game can you play with it that, you know, you could play without an analog stick? It's like it doesn't have
Yeah, it
one.
does. Yeah, the I think it's like a Pokeball, like the Pokeball thing. What do you call that? Thing that you press to make it bigger in the anime. The circle.
button?
Yeah, I guess the button really. That I think that's like an analog stick button. You know, those things that I hate.
Oh, so that's just
You know,
trash.
like this.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Like, okay, you got a stick. What about games that need 2 sticks? Which is most games that are in 3D, for instance.
You can go without it.
You get it
I'm
cool.
sure. I mean, I feel like.
Kick down to 200 was at 400. Jesus.
Oh God.
It was not kind. It's shiny.
I feel like these people have figured it out though. You know, they're like, oh yeah, I could play this with this and this with this. You know.
I mean, to that end, why wouldn't you just, you know, mod your own controller thing, then?
I mean, that's probably what'll happen with this Pokemon thing, but it's kind of like obtuse.
Completely fucked up. I mean, yeah, but so is trying to use it to play anything other than Pokemon.
But that's the point. That's the fun part,
Like,
you know?
these people clearly already desire things being obtuse, so...
Obtuse in the sense that you need to, like, jailbreak your Switch, that kind of shit. No one likes doing that.
I mean, plenty of people do. That's why when the moment it got cracked, people were like, and then piracy of games.
I don't even remember the Android version of that. What's that called?
What?
There's, like, the Android version of, I don't even remember the Apple version I just said.
Of
Jailbreaking, that's it, yeah. I forget what...
Isn't it just jailbreak for all phones?
No. Android has its own name. I forget what it was, and I did it.
Is it soft modding?
No, it's like it's
Rig?
it's a word. I don't remember. But...
Rooting?
Rooting, that's it. Yeah, you root your Android. I remember that.
Yeah, fancy of it.
Oh, we can do this. It's just like, you know, I would maybe try the Pokeball thing, assuming I had one, which I won't. But like, you know, that's a
For what?
I don't know, just whatever would work with it. That'd be a goofy thing to try. But I'm not the kind of person who wants to mess with their Switch. I still haven't homebrewed my 3DS.
Play Smash 4 with DK trumps.
I barely like.
Oh, what if you can do that? With, like, does the Donkey Kong controller work with the GameCube
I
adapter?
think it does, yeah. Yeah, it does for Switch because you can play Taiko with it.
Ah. That's something to try for a fucking while.
Yeah, the only time I ever hacked one of my consoles was the Wii,
So how?
and like
I
everyone.
always keep meaning to do that, or like that, or the Wii U, one of the two. But then I keep forgetting to look it up and do
Well, the thing is, when everyone else homebrews their Wii, they have it for like Smash mods and free games and shit. I literally only have it for Wiimmfi, so I can play Fortune Street online. That's it.
I mean, I would use it to make it region free, and then also just back up my games on it.
Yeah, I'm just not about that. I feel like my Wii is like gonna die any moment now anyway. Might as well not fuck it up.
That's why you do it through the Wii U, and like, so you can like put the Wii like homebrew shit on like the Wii U's like inner Wii thing.
What? Oh, I see what you mean.
Like,
What? Oh my god, I thought that thing just walked into me and killed me. Come on, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. Revive me so I can jetpack, please, 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 revive me so I can jetpack.
trying so hard. Shut up.
Wow, rude.
He says he's shrieking at me to do a thing I'm doing.
I wasn't even talking to you, I was talking to Jake.
I was the one right there.
Was it Jay-Z? I don't know. Yeah, I think it was this. No, I don't know. I think it was Zachariah Kirby or whatever his name is. And there we go. That's how we get back to 400.
The inner we. You know what I mean.
Heck yeah.
We're back in this fresh hell.
Fresh. Because Splatoon. Remember Stay Fresh and how that was so much better? I do. Remember the Squid Sisters and how they were just better? Yeah, I do.
Mostly money again. Christ. What do I got? Sweet fuck all. This is just going all these sweet fuck all. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this money. There's nothing to do with all this money. Just let me buy chunks or something.
This is actually a cool
Even
idea.
at like stupid prices, I would do it. Because I have the money to do it at stupid prices. Donate to the poor squids. Alright, what now?
Nothing.
Rip.
Kevin's like, weren't we gonna play Overwatch? I didn't.
I mean, I assumed tonight, no.
Oh, why not?
Because you.
Well, I don't know. I tweeted about it, and I never actually did. You know.
Yeah, you wanted to like, let's do like 100% OJ and Overwatch on Friday, and then that just didn't happen.
Well, that was like, what? I forget what the reason was. Maybe it was depression or something. But and then it was also like, Gavin probably doesn't even want to do the OJ thing. He's only doing it to humor me. So I was like, okay, we can go without that.
I don't even have to talk you out of things. You just do it yourself.
Oh, you know.
I was like, it wouldn't even have been a humoring thing.
Well, co-op will come back and probably be balanced or something. But yeah, I didn't practice my Hammond movement, and it's hot today, so I can only have my air conditioner off for, you know, an amount of time before it becomes uncomfortable. So Overwatch would be too much, but we're getting to the point where it's not going to be hot anymore. Thank God, finally. Fuck.
I would hope so, because it's September.
I would hope so, but you know how climate change be.
Yeah.
Like that we're getting a heat advisory in September is not good. Okay. Is that a new thing in the Squid Kid lobby?
What is?
You know, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20. And then I see RIP $20, and then like I think there was another one that said it's only $20.
I guess, I don't know.
I think that's the new Splatoon 2 lobby thing.
You should probably stress American lobby, because I'm pretty sure most of the ones around here are still just people drawing their squids.
Well, there's some of that here.
Well, here's someone's message against paying for online.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. I completely forgot about the firmware.
That's right. That's this month, isn't it?
Yep. Haha.
Someone here just with no.
All right.
Pin code.
That's
Wame.
Splatoon 2 Salmon Run. The next
Furry.
Salmon Run is. Oh wait. Okay. 9/5.
2 days from now.
Thank God it's for once it's not on a Tuesday or Thursday, or just Tuesday in general. Hey, I have a new job as well. Ugh.
Alright. Thank you for watching. I'm fucking off now.
No, if you just didn't talk for an additional second, that could have worked.
Well, that's a tragedy for